Banned from some radio stations when it was first released, was it A, Hot Legs, B, Do You Think I'm Sexy, C, Tonight's the Night, or D, Ain't Love a Bitch? Log on to E-Online and test your THS IQ.
Some beers have a full taste. Butter.
She's really into having her own identity and not being thought of just as Rod Stewart's daughter.
In January 2002, model designer Kimberly Stewart was still searching for her own path.
Kim has these tendencies to be like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. She'll start doing it, and then she'll be like, yeah, not so much, and then she'll change direction.
Along the way, she reunited with a long-lost childhood friend, Cisco Adler.
I'd known Cisco since I was little, but when we re-met when I was, 22, he was 23, I was kind of like taken back because I was like, oh my God, he's like the guy version of me. This is really scary. And of course, he did the whole charming thing, and, I got hooked.
Kimberly and Cisco had lots in common. Cisco was the son of legendary record producer Lou Adler. He also performed as lead singer of his own band. Kimberly felt right at home.
I'm a big girl, and I'm pretty in tune to musicians at this point and their little tricks.
She loves musicians. I think that her and Cisco had a beautiful relationship. I know that they were completely and totally in love.
In October 2004, the couple got engaged. Rod approved.
He liked Cisco a lot too, I think. I mean, as I recall, he always liked him a lot. They would spend a lot of time with Rod.
Dad was celebrating too. That same month, his 26th solo album, Stardust, The Great American Songbook, Volume 3, debuted at the top of the Billboard charts.
There's been a 25-year span between Rod's last #1 and this #1.
And I've had to wait quite a considerable amount of time in between. It's tremendous.
The good news kept on coming. After a lifetime of near misses at the Grammys, 13 nominations in all, Stewart finally walked away a winner on February 13, 2005. Stardust was named Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album.
He was so excited when he finally won it, and after decades of having to deal with not winning, it makes it incredibly special. He was unbelievably happy about the Grammy.
The twice-married rocker was even more thrilled with the woman in his life. 60-year-old Stewart proposed to 33-year-old Penny Lancaster after dating 5.5 years.
When he called me and he said, I've asked Penny to marry me, and I was like, no, you're lying. Because he was so adamant about not getting married again. I was a little bit taken back. I was like, are you serious?
Then, a few months later, Rod and Penny announced they were expecting a child.
We're building loads of nurseries, so I've got 3 or 4 houses here dotted around the world. So we're having to build 4 nurseries. And my wonderful fiancée, Penny, she's enjoying it thoroughly. I enjoy it, enjoy going out buying the baby clothes. The only thing I don't like is the birth classes that we have to do. We have to do that every Saturday for 2.5 hours, and I tend to nod off, I go, but it's all good.
Kimberly was thrilled about the new addition to the Stewart clan, but she was having second thoughts about an enhancement to her own body, her breast implants.
I felt like they were too big for my body, and I felt like maybe they were affecting my health a little bit because I was like getting tired a lot. I felt like I just wanted to get them out of me.
Kimberly faced the prospect of surgery with a healthy sense of humor.
I was over there and we were just kind of jokingly talking about it. I was like, can I have them when you're done? And she was like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's disgusting. And I was like, come on, it'd be funny. She had surgery done and everything. And she comes over and she gives me her breast in like a glass case, like frame glass case, and she signed it. And I have actually hanging in my closet.
Kimberly and her famous friends continued to make headlines. But the 25-year-old had other concerns, namely her deteriorating relationship with fiancé Cisco Adler. In May 2005, Stewart nixed her engagement.
What ended up happening is we were together for 3 years, and we learned a lot from each other, and we grew up a lot together, and I felt that it was just time for me to be by myself.
By November, Kim was head over heels again with 19-year-old Laguna Beach hottie Talon Torriero. After dating for 1 week, Kimberly agreed to marry Torriero. The announcement shocked family and friends.
I said, Kimberly, how could you get engaged to someone that I haven't even met? And she said, well, just be glad we didn't go to Vegas and get married, because that's what we were talking about. But oh my God.
I got the call and I was like, she's like, my friend Talon. I was like, I'm sorry. Are you talking about the kid from the beach? I was in shock. I was like, are you kidding me?
I instantly got on the phone to her and just completely yelled at her. Because it was just like such a stupid thing to do.
The excitement fizzled fast. The couple canceled their engagement a week after announcing it.
You know, it got to the point where we were like being followed everywhere we went. The attention that we were getting was like totally making us fight. So it just kind of, it almost like took over our relationship. And you know, we're still friends. It wasn't the smartest decision. And we both look back on it now and we're like, we can laugh about it.
Kimberly's dad finally got around to filing for divorce from Rachel Hunter. The two had been separated since 1999. On November 27, 2005, Rod's fiancée, Penny Lancaster, gave birth to his 7th child, Alistair Wallace Stewart. For the world-renowned rocker, an already perfect family portrait got even better.
I never get a sense of favorites. I never get a sense of the newer ones more special than the older ones. He loves all of the children, not just 1 or 2 or 3, it's just all of the children together.
Meanwhile, Rod's first famous child is making the most of her lineage. At 26, Kimberly Stewart knows where she's been, and more importantly, where she's going.
Kim realizes that people think that she's just a girl who goes out and she's Rod Stewart's daughter and that's what she's famous for.
I think she feels like a lot of pressure to hurry up and go do something. But she's really kind of smart about it because she's not jumping at every opportunity. Kim is still young. I think, you know, she's got more than enough time to kind of make a name for herself.
I'd love to have a clothing company again and open like a chain of stores or a boutique. That's definitely something that I'm now getting back together and trying to make happen.
She wants to do her own thing, you know, apart from her dad, and be respected for her own talent and her own ability, and I think that she will.
But her heart will always belong to one man.
To this day, I am Daddy's little girl. I will always, always be that. You know, I love my dad so much.
I came to Trashy today to get